All right, welcome back to the Data Science Salon podcast. I'm Anisin, the founder, and today I'm joined by Tyler Carmody, our head of event operations. And I can't believe it's already 2025, and we're really excited to catch up with you today with everything that we missed in the last few weeks, and as well as diving into some new trends and that we're expecting to see this year. And if this is your first time tuning in, welcome. And for those of you who have been with us before, welcome back. It's really glad to have you back. I know there's a ton of different podcasts, so thanks for tuning in into ours. But before we go into all this AI, machine learning news and trends for the year, Tyler, why don't we talk a little bit about the highlights from our holiday? Why don't you go ahead and share your highlight?
Yeah, so I would say my biggest highlight is in my 30 years of life, I had my first ever white Christmas. It was pretty cool waking up on Christmas morning and actually seeing snow on the ground. Being in the Northeast United States, it's really tough to see if you're gonna, wake up on Christmas morning with snow or rain or, 70 degrees. So who knows? But yeah, it was a very nice white Christmas.
Nice. Well, that's a nice highlight.
Yeah.
For me, it was definitely my birthday, which is like right after Christmas, and I got to go see Diplo at this new place called the Palm Tree Hotel,
All right.
and it was a really fun experience because we got to be like right in front there, right, literally in
So
the front.
cool.
So with Diplo, and he was playing the songs that was asking for. So it was definitely my highlight, and it was a lot of fun. And
So
also
cool.
spending time with family, of course. So
Yeah. Well, happy belated birthday. And I guess before we dive into the conversation, just a quick reminder about to our audience about our upcoming DSS Austin event on February 19th through 20th. We would love to see you there. And after you're finished with this podcast, you can use the special code DSS Podcast ATX, all uppercase, to save 20% off of your registration. And keep in mind, we are also on the lookout for startups to join our Startup Showcase on February 20th. So if you're interested, in the description for the podcast, you will see the application link. And I guess if you're ready, we can just dive right into the Q&A.
yes,
Perfect.
totally ready to get into it.
Awesome. So first, as we're looking ahead to 2025 and seeing, the different trends with AI and ML, I think it's interesting to first talk about something that's really cool, which is Nobel Prizes. So AI recently won 2 Nobel Prizes that are connected to AI. So can you tell us a little bit more about those?
Yeah, absolutely. So the two Nobel Prizes are notable for their connection to AI. And the first one is the prize in chemistry, which was awarded for the development of methods that AI systems could significantly enhance, particularly in areas like drug discovery, which is really significant. And the second one was in physics, where AI's ability to process large amounts of data contributed to advancements in particle physics and material science, which is really neat as well. So we're seeing that AI's role in both of these fields is an example of how AI is really, really transforming the whole scientific discovery industry.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's super incredible to see AI influencing things, even like Nobel Prize winning research. So I want to turn to another area where AI is making waves, and as weather prediction. Obviously, weather patterns and everything is something that's super, super topical right now, especially considering, what's going on the West Coast, which is like really sad. So, just trying to think about how AI is making these waves in weather prediction. How do you think AI has outperformed traditional methods in weather prediction?
Yeah, no, it is, really sad about LA, and we're definitely sending our prayers their
Hmm.
way. And we'll also add a link in the podcast of ways you can help,
Yeah.
and some donation links. But we know that AI has shown really, really remarkable results in improving weather prediction accuracy. Traditional methods typically rely on physical models and human analysis of weather data, but now AI can process so much data and so much historical data. And so it could spot patterns that humans obviously miss because we can't do
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
ourselves. So with machine learning, we can predict weather events more precisely and in real life. So making AI a crucial tool for everything from climate studies, for forecasting severe weather events, to hurricanes, to all of those things that we're seeing now.
Yeah. Well, speaking of pushing these boundaries, DeepMind has recently showcased something super extraordinary, which is a model actually solving geometric challenges. So, how do you think this is different from traditional approaches?
Yeah, so that's a really cool point. And DeepMind's model solves geometric challenges by combining mathematical reasoning with form of imagination, a quality traditional associated with human cognition. And unlike traditional methods that focus purely on computation, this AI model takes on a more intuitive, creative approach to geometry, showing how AI can handle problems that require abstract thinking, not just arithmetic thinking. So this makes a huge leap in AI's ability to solve complex nonlinear problems. So that's a huge thing as well in the industry.
Absolutely. I'm loving the innovative approach, and it really is redefining what AI can achieve. So, I want to talk about another super interesting field that AI is impacting, which is mathematics. So, we were hearing that AI is becoming a more powerful scientific tool overall. So, can you explain how AI is enhancing our overall understanding of mathematics?
Yes, AI is indeed becoming such an important tool in solving complex mathematical problems. Its ability to analyze, again, huge data sets, make predictions, and provide insights has allowed researchers to tackle long-standing problems in fields like algebra, number theory, and topology. AI systems help by generating hypotheses, testing theories, and even proposing entirely new areas of study. And this thus expanding the boundaries of mathematical reasoning, which is really, really a breakthrough, because that all kind of leads to quantum computing. As
Yeah.
you know, we're moving closer to that, which is really exciting.
Absolutely, yeah, it's huge. Kind of moving forward a little bit, we're talking about how AI is solving academic problems, but it is actually also reshaping how we search for information and challenging these traditional search engines that we've been using forever. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, that's right. One of the most significant developments is AI powered search engines like Perplexity, I'm a big fan of, and which actually operates differently from traditional search engines. And while traditional search engines, they pull from indexed web pages, and AI systems like ChatGPT generate direct answers, summaries, and insights from the data they have been trained on. And Google is also experimenting with AI generated summaries, pushing the boundaries of how search engines deliver information to users. So this shift challenges the traditional way we search for and process information online, which is also a huge deal for optimization, SEO as well. So we're all wondering what's going to happen with that, right? Because
Yeah.
if it's a different way of indexing, that kind of changes the whole way of we think about content in general. So it's really going to be interesting to see this year how all of that changes.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, speaking of transformation, let's dive a little bit into how AI is revolutionizing the way that businesses operate. We were just talking about SEO. Obviously, a business has to take a look at their SEO to have any form of success. So, really is playing a more integrated role in everyday business tools. Can you explain how AI agents are changing the way businesses operate?
Yes, absolutely. We actually just had an article come out on the DSS blog this week about AI agents. So we will definitely share a link in the podcast because this is very relevant to the question. But yes, AI agents are starting to take on more practical roles in businesses. For instance, an AI from model from Anthropic can control a cursor, allowing it to interact with software like a human would.
Mm,
And this type of integration means AI systems can now perform tasks using common business tools like filling out forms, scheduling meetings, and even generating content. Obviously, we do that today already without
mhm,
direct human involvement, which is that huge. That's a game changer as well. And Sam Altman from OpenAI has speculated that we're entering an era where one person unicorns could emerge, meaning that with the help of AI agents, that one individual could run an entire company with minimum human effort. And as you know, we are a small company, and I think we've definitely taken a huge
Yeah.
advantage of these AI agents ourselves, Tyler.
Yeah.
Um, so that's really cool to see how this is all going to unfold, just like wide, just spread widely.
Yeah. So I want to take a look. Obviously, we're talking about how AI is streamlining business processes, but let's look at how AI is becoming an integral part of our everyday lives through consumer products. So obviously, it seems like AI is embedded everywhere now. Every website you go on has their own chatbot. Twitter now has its own like GPT. Everything's there. So how are big tech companies using AI in their consumer products?
Gosh, there's so many different ways. And,
Yeah.
as you know, AI is increasingly integrated into everything we use. And I think, for example, Meta's smart glasses, the ones like from Ray-Ban, have
Mhm.
AI that can scan your surroundings and
Yeah.
provide real-time info. Imagine opening your fridge and asking, like, what can I make with these ingredients that you have in there, right? AI could suggest recipes based on what's inside your fridge.
Yeah.
This kind of integration shows how AI is becoming a seamless part of our daily life, which is enhancing everything from home appliances to workplace tools to what I'm making for my kids for dinner tonight, which is really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So obviously, I feel like at all of our data science salon events, something we always talk about is ethical concerns with AI. It's always at least some part of every one of our talks has something about ethics. So thinking about kind of the rapid growth of AI, obviously ethical concerns definitely come into focus. It's obviously a hot topic. So let's unpack that a little bit. If you could shed some light on the issue.
Yeah, absolutely. AI ethics is a real important topic right now, especially with a growing impact on AI on our society. And as you know, the EU Union AI Act is one of the most significant regulatory frameworks out there, but other countries like China, Brazil, UK, Australia, and even India are some who are also introducing their own regulations. And these laws are really necessary because AI has the potential to disrupt everything from privacy to employment. And, like social media platforms, for example, use powerful algorithms that can influence public opinions, as we've seen ourselves, for
Yeah.
better or worse. And governments are taking notice and working on ensuring AI is developed and used responsibly. And another example I could give you is now in Florida. I don't know if, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard that now you cannot use social media in Florida until you're 14.
Yeah.
So, yeah, which, I mean, as a parent, I actually like that now.
Absolutely.
As a kid, I probably would have hated that.
Yeah. Absolutely. I know me using MySpace when I was 9 years old, probably not the best thing in the world, but yeah. So thinking about AI ethics, obviously such a critical area to address as the technology evolves. But I want to talk a little bit about the risks and malicious use of AI. Do you think that there are concerns about malicious use of AI?
Oh yeah, absolutely. AI can be misused in so many different ways. Like some things are like cyber attacks, misinformation, and even creating harmful technologies. That's why there's a growing emphasis on reinforcing AI models to prevent misuse. So developers are working right now on building a lot of AI systems that are more secure and less vulnerable to exploitation, because that's really crucial, and that protects individuals and organizations from harm. And especially, now that AI is really human like, it's much easier to fake, in the email, it's much easier to write a very believable thing, and a lot of people are falling for that. So
Yeah.
now it's a little bit even more crucial that we have this cybersecurity measures everywhere.
Yeah, definitely a top priority. So we are approaching the end here. Before we start talking a little bit about the future, talking about 2025, something that DSS is huge about is eliminating bias, be it in the space or in the models themselves. We want to talk about building trust and how we tackle bias in these AI systems. So how can we ensure that they are fair and free from bias?
Yeah, bias in AI is a significant issue because models can unintentionally reflect the biases present in the data they're trained on, and developers and researchers are under pressure to ensure that AI systems are not only free from hidden biases, but also transparent and fair in their decision making. And it's really a complex challenge, but addressing it is a crucial thing to making AI a positive force for society versus a negative one, right? And I think we are all working on getting rid of bias. So, but I think it could still be missed. So we definitely have to be conscious when we're using AI and double check the information that we're getting. So that's very important to do.
Yeah, definitely huge. And it's an ongoing challenge, but it's totally an essential one. So now as we're approaching the end, let's look to the future. So Anna, what do you think are the biggest predictions for AI and generative technologies in 2025?
So this year, we're likely to see AI, LLMs or large language models, and generative AI deeply integrated into both the business and consumer landscapes. LLMs will continue to improve their ability to understand context and generate human-like texts, making them even more useful for a range of applications, from customer service to creative content generations like we use it for. Generative AI will be used not only in the business setting, but also in creative fields like art, music, and entertainment. Not competing, but actually empowering individuals and businesses to innovate at a much more rapid space. So that's what we're going to be seeing this year.
Absolutely. So I guess kind of piggybacking off that is looking at the trends we can expect in data science and AI as we head into the new year. So to you, what are some of the most exciting trends in data science and AI that you've seen and that we can expect to see in 2025?
One of the biggest trends in data science and AI will be the continued development of AI-powered tools that bridge the gap between highly specialized knowledge and everyday users. So expect more breakthroughs in AI automation, where AI will not just assist with tasks, but will take tasks over, especially complex tasks. So you can actually do things that you need to do, like strategy, but this is going to happen in roles and fields like healthcare, finance, and law. And in addition, the fusion of AI with edge computing will allow for faster, more localized AI processing, which will be a key for real-time applications. So it'll be like much faster. Things will be processed much faster. So that's what I'm most excited about for this year.
Yeah. Well, Anna, thank you so much for taking the time. It was super cool hearing, what we're going to be seeing coming into 2025. And as I mentioned, don't forget to check out our upcoming DSS Austin event coming up on February 19th through the 20th. You can use the special code DSS Podcast ATX, all uppercase, to save 20% off your registration. And remember, we are looking for startups to join our showcase on February 20th. Definitely apply through the link in the podcast description. And again, Anna, thank you so much. Wonderful speaking with you, and super excited to see what this new year holds.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tyler. It was really nice chatting with you guys. We will also share a link to that blog post about AI agents, and also we will share some resources for LA. And thanks for tuning in, guys. We know there's a lot of podcasts out there, so thanks for joining us, and have a wonderful rest of the week. And we'll see you at the next one. Bye.